Wow, this is an adventure we haven't been on before. Hey, Wally, Pastor Wally, there you are.
Hey, Miss Callide, what are you up to?
Well, I just thought we must be doing some different adventure. Where are you going today?
How awesome is this?
Yeah.
I've just come over to have a bit of a look here at the aeroplane hangar.
Yeah.
And, hang on a minute. I think I see someone we recognise.
Oh.
Come. I think it's Mr. Stringer.
Oh,
I wonder what the chances are that we can get a bit of a flight in. Mr. Stringer, is that you? What have you got an airplane in here? Yeah. So, which one's yours? Oh, that's awesome. Hey, I was wondering, would it be all right to praise kids if we come on a bit of an adventure with you tonight? Go have a look around Rockhampton? Absolutely. Awesome. Well, praise kids. Hey, Miss Caroline, do you want to come as well?
Nah, I'm right, thanks. I'll stay home.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. Well, I'll get some footage and give you a bit of a look, hey?
All right, have a nice flight.
Yeah, it's good. I'll see you later.
See you soon.
Bye.
Pastor Wally and Mr. Stringer along the runway.
Tracking for fun.
There you go.
Thank you, Lima. Climb to 7,000.
7,000, thank you, Lima. We should just sneak up out of this smoke. Like all the smoke, quite a big fire on Curtis Island yesterday, so all the smoke's from there. Yeah. The power station there, so he's okay, yeah. Pretty much at the same height as the Persian Rangers now, pretty much. They're amazing, right? About 2,000 feet. So we've got Mount Morgan down here. Mount Morgan, we're close to the outskirts. Yeah. So it's the main dam and that's the mine that we're on the right now. Yeah. We've never seen one of the mines there. It's made there. Okay. She's pretty nasty. Okay. That goes through the mountain. Smoky gives sunset. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's 10 degrees outside. Wow, that is cool. Yeah, so every 1,000 feet you go up, you lose 2 degrees in temperature. Okay, yeah. So at the moment our ground speed is 155, which is about 300 kilometers an hour. Wow, pretty close, yeah. That's pretty low. Yeah, so we've got 50 mines there. Okay. And of course, I think it's down the hill, Trap Gully and Callide Mines. Yep. There's a Callide Power Station down here. Okay. What's with Callide compared to Stanwell? Are they similar size or is Callide a little bit smaller? Megawatts, as far as output, Callide's a little bit bigger. Bigger, okay. Yeah.
car. Whiskey Alpha Lima, Lima Yankee, are you there? Come in.
Yes, Mrs. Whiskey Alpha Lima Lima Yankee, copy.
Oh, we're actually supposed to be doing Adventure Kids with the Wallies tonight, but you're not here again. So I'm wondering what destination I need to find you at tonight.
Crikey, coming right now.
Hey, Mrs. Callide. Hello, praise kids.
Pastor Wally. Or Pastor Luke.
Yes, Miss Callide.
I would have to say that would have to be the coolest adventure you have ever been on.
That is.
You were so excited.
That was the most awesome adventure, Miss Carleen.
Mr.
And
Stringer, so generous.
oh, what a champion!
I
Hey, Miss
reckon.
Carleen.
Yes.
We've got some very cool and exciting things to share with the praise kids in our story today too, don't we?
After you come back, there were so many things that was like related to the Bible that we just like got so much to tell you today.
But we're just going to stay with one story
Okay,
tonight,
just
aren't we,
one
Miss Carleen?
story, one story.
And that is the stairway to heaven, because we went flying in the heavens.
You did stairway
And-
to heaven. Well, you thought you were going to get there, but you didn't quite.
We were, Miss Carleen. It was like the heavens were soaring through the clouds.
Right,
We
sure.
didn't quite get up into the atmosphere, but that's all right. I think we're glad about that. I'm
Yeah,
not sure
right,
if that plan was pretty good, but I'm not sure if it would have taken us that far. But page 29, praise kids.
29, and it's from Genesis 28.
That's right.
Would you like me to read?
That's
Saying you've been on
almost
such a big
confusing.
adventure then. A big adventure.
You go for it, Miss Carleen.
All right.
Okay.
So Jacob, he travelled towards Haran,
Yes.
and that night he slept on the ground with a stone for a pillow.
Oh, I wouldn't have been very comfortable.
No, a bit hard. He dreamt of a stairway reaching from earth to heaven, and angels were walking up and down it.
Wow.
Then he saw the Lord, who said,
He was at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, he said,
He said, I am the God of Abraham and Isaac. Do you reckon that sort of sounds a little bit like?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think so.
He says, you will be a part of the great nation I promised them. You will have many children, and this land will be yours forever. I will take care of you wherever you go, and one day I will bring you back to this land. I will never leave you, God said to Jacob.
And Jacob woke up excited and afraid. You were a bit like that the day you were going flying, weren't you?
Just a little bit, yes, Miss Colleen.
Because God had come to him in a dream. Yes. And he got up and he worshipped God at an altar he made by setting up the stone he used as a pillow.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty useful, that stone, wasn't
That's
it?
pretty good.
And he poured oil over it as an offering.
Wow.
And Jacob named that place Bethel, which means the house
The
of
house
God.
of God, wow.
Then Jacob made a very serious promise. He promised, as my mum said, a promise is a promise and you must keep it.
That's true.
He promised that if God took care of him and brought him back to the promised land, he would always love and trust God.
Very good.
Jacob said, I will worship you and give you 1/10 of everything you give me.
Wow, that's awesome, Miss Colleen.
today's story.
What an amazing story. And Miss Colleen, I think
Yes.
this is probably one of the most important things to God's heart is meeting with his people.
Right.
Because we're going to find out that relationship is pretty important to God tonight.
Okay.
Because what's Bethel stand for? The
House of God.
House of God. And God just doesn't want a physical bricks and mortar and wood and all that sort of stuff house. The Bible actually says that we are the house of God. Okay. So, Miss Colleen, for a start,
Yes.
we had to take off there, didn't we?
Yeah, I was watching you take off. You kind of look like a bird, just getting ready to fly. And it reminded me
Yes.
of like flying like on eagle's wings.
That's true.
And there is a verse in the Bible, Isaiah 40. I had to actually learn this off by heart when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah. And it says Isaiah 30, it says...
Isaiah
that-
40?
Isaiah 40, 31 is what I was trying to tell you.
31, right.
That those who trust in the Lord
Yes.
will find new strength.
New strength.
And they will soar high on wings like eagles.
Wow.
So
That's pretty...
when you were taking off, I think you were pretty good. You trusted Mr. Stringer. I wasn't game enough to go on that flight because I didn't know. Mr. Stringer's a nice man, but I wasn't game enough to go on that
Miss
flight.
Colleen, you're only good
I
in
was a
big
bit
planes, aren't
chicken.
you?
Yeah, I was a bit chicken, not eagle.
Right. And
Yeah.
so, because I trusted, I got to soar high.
You did.
So, for God's people,
Yes.
if they want to soar high on wings like eagles, they got to trust in Him.
Just trust, and He'll give them strength.
Do you know what, Miss Carleen? Jacob in our story,
Yes.
Jacob trusted in God,
Yes.
and he made a promise to God, and God kept His promise for Jacob, and he soared high because
Yes.
God fulfilled His promise and blessed him
Yes.
and blessed the nation of Israel, and he saw that come to pass. So that's pretty cool.
It is cool.
And the other awesome thing, Mrs. Carleen, in our
Yes.
story, I just want to pick up on it, is Mr. Stringer told me something very cool while we're flying along.
Yes.
Let's have a quick listen.
These guys on the radio, there's someone that's assigned to watch us. Right. So as we pass through here, through our route, once we get back near Rocky, they'll hand us back to Rockhampton. Okay. So we're pretty much being watched the whole time. Right. It's a pretty good comforting feeling to know that somebody's watching you, Yeah, definitely.
So, Mrs. Carleen,
Yeah.
just to, if you didn't quite hear that with the static, it said, Mr. Stringer said that there was someone in the control tower watching us the whole time. And that God, Miss Carleen, it says that just like Jacob woke up and he says, man, God's in this place and I didn't even know it. And God is watching us. And he's got his eye, not just on a sparrow, but on each and every one of his people.
Yes.
Okay. And one thing's very interesting though, Miss Carleen. It says he named the place Bethel,
Yes.
which means house of God.
Yes.
And as I thought about that, I thought, wow, God's house here at COP for us is where we can have a special encounter with God.
True.
Like God watched Jacob wherever he went, but he had a significant, powerful encounter in the house of God. So praise kids, make sure that you don't just think, oh well, maybe if I feel like it, I'll come to church. Maybe if I really want to that day. No, every week, just like Jesus says, it was his custom to be in God's house every week. We need to make it a priority in our life because God wants to meet with us in a special way, and I'm sure he's very excited.
He might take us on a stairway to heaven. He might have our dreams one night.
You never know.
Meet with him.
We might have a flying high on wings like eagle experience. That might be pretty awesome.
Never know.
Miss Carleen,
Yes.
the last thing I just really want to touch on,
Wow, you learnt lots on this flight. Yes.
I did, is that even though we're flying high on wings like eagles,
Yes.
and we're seeing so many amazing things,
Yes. It's great, the breeze, isn't it? I'm sorry. Yes.
Mr. Stringer,
Yes.
he told me that there's a specific flight plan.
Okay.
And you have to stick to the flight plan because the person who's watching you, if you
Yes.
get off the flight plan, they're going to jump on the radio and say, hey, you're going off the flight plan and you need to stay on track so
Yes.
you don't run into another plane, or they can make sure they keep
Or a
you
bird.
safe. Or I don't know about that, Ms. Cullen. but not only do you stay the right way going on the flight plan, but you have to stay in the right altitude.
Okay.
There's like different heights in the sky that you have to be in. And so there's a very specific purpose. And so, praise kids, God has a very specific purpose for your life.
That's a plan for you.
And Jacob, he started discovering his purpose. Where, Mrs. Carleen? In the house of God.
In Bethel.
If we stick with God and stay in his house, he's going to reveal to us that very specific flight plan for our lives. And so that's pretty exciting. Where, Mrs. Carleen?
Wasn't Jacob going off the plan originally?
He
And
was.
That's when God gave him that dream.
That's true, Miss Cullen, because sometimes we think, oh, we have to be perfect to meet with God. But Jacob had lied. He had stolen from his brother, lied to his dad, and now he's on the run for his life. His brother wanted to get some payback, and God still met him at Bethel, at the house
put
of
him
God,
on the right plan.
and he got on the right track. That was very cool. And so, Miss Carleen,
Yes.
I'm sure that if there's some praise kids out there tonight who's thinking, man, I don't know if I'm good enough for God. God can take any one of us, Mrs. Carleen. Doesn't matter how good we are, just matters how good God is. And he can, like you said, get us on the right track, and we
Yes.
can fly high on wings like eagles and
Yes.
find that specific flight plan that he
get
has for
ourselves
our lives.
All the way to Bethel.
That's true.
The house of God.
We need to stay at the house of Bethel.
That's it.
And then we go and we come back
Yep.
each week. Very good. Awesome, Miss Carly. And praise kids, we will see you next week.
Thank you, Mr. Stringer.
Thank you, Mr.
Really
Stringer.
appreciate you.
You
Pray God blesses you in amazing ways. Your
Continue to
generosity.
soar high on wings like eagles.
Yes, that's
awesome.
it.
And your family.
Yes.
Have a great week. See you
All right,
later,
see you
praise
later.
kids.